Hey YouTube, welcome back to New Rock City. I'm your host, Stephen Moss.
Hi, YouTube. I'm Lauren, the co-host.
This week we have a band from Tampa, Florida called Television Supervision. And today we're going to jump right in. So, guys, thank you so much for being a part of the show.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
I just wanted to start out by having you guys introduce yourselves and say what you do in the band.
This man right here is Throttle Cock.
I'm Cody. I play the drums. I don't think we've ever called him Throttle Cock.
You didn't call me that.
I am Brett.
Mission
I
Moms.
play guitar and I sing on a lot of the songs, but not all of them.
I'm Zach. I play bass and I sing backups.
Very nice. Well, thank you guys. When I was looking into your past articles and stuff, I found a really cool story of how you guys met and formed the band. Can you relay that story?
Well, I was skipping class and I went to the music library and I heard this guy playing Anthem Part 2 on guitar. So I just walked up and started playing the bass along with him.
Yep.
And then I was like, guess we're in a band now.
Didn't even say a word, Steve. He literally I was sitting there just jamming away. I told my teacher I was going to go to the bathroom and I just never came back. And I just saw him walking by me. I'm like, is he really about to? Oh my God, he knows. Yes. And then, yeah.
That's pretty awesome, man.
Yeah. That's why we always tell people, make the move. You never know what's going to happen.
There you
Gotta
go.
shoot your shot.
Yep.
I think everybody at one point is like, I want to be in a band. But you guys did it. And I want to know, at what point did you know that you wanted to take music seriously?
A couple years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. When we got Cody in, we were like, all right,
We could do this.
we're gonna set this up for like an actual shot at doing it, not just screwing around in our little, we have like these little spaces we would play in and just love it and joke around, but it was never like serious. And then we were like, let's actually try it and see what happens. We took our time with it. It took a few years for us to come out, but it's been rewarding so far.
Now I was reading that, didn't you guys move away from each other but still send each other music? Is that correct?
We still do that now. It was
Yeah,
go ahead.
we live pretty far apart. We did from the beginning, but now I live in like Gainesville, Florida, and they're more like South Tampa. So we're like 3 hours apart. So whenever we're trying to plan something out, it's got to be, we got to send it to each other. And then once we meet up, we have an idea of what we're doing, and then we just kind of hash it out.
I actually know what you're talking about when we were in college.
Yeah, and then I went to
Yeah, because I was reading at one point you guys moved separate states, but still.
That was right before. That was
okay.
right before we got Cody involved and everything. Zach and I would bounce songs off of each other while we were still in college. Like,
I was up in Nashville just
Yeah.
skipping class like I do. Just writing songs and I'd send it to him and then
Gotcha.
What'd your grades end up being?
There you are, buddy. That's what they were.
So I thought that was pretty cool though, because I was curious, what was it about the dynamic between you guys where you wanted to continue working with each other even in other states rather than just finding someone local?
We had
it
to.
was never really like oh, I'm gonna go start another band or whatever.
Yeah.
Like this has always been the band, and then I've sort of had some side projects. Like
Gotcha.
this has never been a project. This is the band.
It was never in doubt. We never like considered it. Never even like crossed our mind to stop with any of that. We looked at it like we grew up together basically off of Zach seeing me in a music room, and we never wanted to lose that.
I think the foundation was like our friendship.
Yeah, it was
because like our whole friendship
rooted.
Was like music. We would just go
cool.
hang out and
go to shows, play shows.
We would do karaoke. We still do karaoke like at least once a month.
Talking about you guys going to shows, I saw on your Twitter, I think it was a video of Zach at an adolescent show, and he was like climbing
Oh
a
yeah.
giant pole. It looked awesome. And I just wanted to ask, Like, do you have any other stories of on stage antics, yours or at other shows?
Oh yeah, man.
Every time. Dude.
There was this one venue called the Bat Ranch down here that they have this abandoned school bus outside just outside it's sort of like a barn, and then there's a school bus out back that has like a little food truck next to it and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So during like our first song, I ran out there and I climbed on top of it and I played my bass solo, and I got everyone singing out there.
Yeah, it was wild.
And then I was like, oh, how do I get down?
That's awesome.
I didn't think I'd get this far.
But and then
we set the bar high early. We come out guns blazing.
Oh,
yeah.
Every time I walk into a show, I'm like, all right, what can I climb on? What can I like?
Yeah, we
Okay.
plot it out. Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. That's punk rock.
Very much. Yeah. Every show, man, like you're doing something. Like we have this other place we play at down here called Grumpy's, and they have a venue next door called Uncle Lou's. We get along with both of them. But
there's kind of a feud between.
There's a feud because Uncle Lou's is salty that Grumpy's is kind of killing it right now, even with all the COVID stuff. So what he did is we had a show at Grumpy's, and he goes in the middle of our first song and runs over to Uncle Lou's and tells all the people to come while he's playing. Oh, it was so awesome. And they did. It was so great.
That's really
Oh,
cool.
wow, that's
and
fun.
Memorable.
And then I ended up crowd surfing for a whole song while I was playing.
Oh, nice.
We crowd surf to our songs, and then the bands before, the bands after. We want the crowds to be as wild as possible during the entirety of everybody's into the show itself.
Hey, Cody, I wanted to ask you because you're originally from Zephyr Hills,
Yes, sir.
and as a kid, I used to live in Crystal Springs for a bit, and then moved to Plant City. I moved away from Plant City in the year 2000. What's the punk scene like in that area? How's it been over the years?
So when I was in middle school, like into middle school, starting high school, like 14, 15, there was a skate park that opened up called Ghetto Skate Park.
Oh,
And
cool.
we kind of, we set up a lot of shows there. And then eventually my band got banned because he did more of the hardcore punk thing. And too many kids kept getting hurt. So they told us we couldn't play there anymore. And then the scene kind of died for a while, and then I kind of dove into like the hardcore scene around Tampa, and then we ended up at Uncle Lou's, like Brett was talking about, and my hardcore band and Television Supervision were playing, and then that was that.
Yeah, he recognized my 7 seconds back patch.
Yep.
And I was like, that was right when they
And
broke up.
yeah, and he
Oh,
was
wow.
wearing a Lagwagon shirt, so I just talked to him outside for the whole show.
Yeah. I almost wore that today. That's funny.
And I was like, man, these guys are kind of cool. And here we are.
I think he's got a big forehead. I don't know.
And we were looking for a drummer at the time.
Yeah.
And like I saw Cody play, and I was immediately just like, dude, we need to get that guy.
Oh my God.
Oh, nice.
And we are hell of a pitch. We said apparently we sealed the deal. We literally were like, hey, I saw the band you're playing with. Get over here.
Hey, you want to sign this contract real quick?
Hey, come here. I'm gonna email you something. Put your name on it.
Don't read it. It's like 20 pages.
Yeah. Just sign on the line. You'll be all right.
Trust us.
That's
Here we are, brother.
Nice. Last year, the alternative press had an article called 50 Rising Pop Punk Bands That You Need to Hear from Every State. And people that are watching at home will hear me talk about that article again, because next week my musical guest was featured in that article. The band College Radio will be joining us, and
Fuck yeah.
they were the pick from Washington.
We love them. Yeah, we talk to them all the time.
Oh, right on. Yeah, the guys,
Yeah.
They're cool.
cool guys. Can't wait to talk to them.
Ton of content too. Constantly pumping it out. That's a good move on your part. They're great guys. Very cool.
The reason why I bring that up, though, is because you guys were also in that article, and you guys were the pick from Florida, which is pretty sweet. How did that come about for you guys?
I started talking to one of the writers over there over our interest in sports, and it kind of grew into, like, I knew he was an AP writer, but he came across us somehow after asking for new pop punk bands rather.
He's just liked us.
Yeah, he just liked talking to us, man. And
cool.
he ended up telling me about this huge article he had been putting together. It took him a long time. His name's Ryan Piers, and he told us, I'm thinking about doing you guys for Florida. And I was like, dude, you do not have to do that. By all means, go ahead. Because there's, every state has a ton of bands, but
Sure.
Florida has a very good scene in that regard. And for him to
There's so many
yeah.
other great bands in Florida, especially in Orlando. And
it's not like they're like, he's saying like, we're like, we don't view it as being better, but just to be like worthy of that spot was awesome. He had great things to say. I love that my thing was like, he got what we were going for, which is like, we love pop punk and we're rooted in it, but we have like outside genres all throughout our music. And he like totally understood that.
we're not tied down or married to one genre.
Yeah. And he loved that concept. That was so cool to us. So, and obviously it's AP, so that's like the pinnacle of this stuff, this whole scene. So I can't believe it. Yeah, that was a highlight. What a way to end the year, really.
Such a big win.
Yeah.
Like everything we've been working towards finally is recognized.
There he
Felt
is.
so good.
Yeah, that's cool. Man.
Right on, man. Well, the song they played for you guys, because they did the article and then they did a song for each band. The song they did for you was "Give Me a Girl." So I wanted to play that song as well. What can you tell us about that song?
I can tell you that Cody plays the same thing in it over and over again.
Dude, I never changed.
It's like the easiest song ever. It's this sarcastic song that I wrote about. I got out of a bad relationship that I knew was bad from the get-go, and I just made it last for 3 years. And I wrote, it was all my saltiness attributed to that. And I had a bunch of friends that were getting married at the time. And I was just like, the whole time I was like, oh really? What's the father-son song? Father-son song. What's the father-daughter song gonna be? I'm like, oh, it's that stupid fucking Tim McGraw song again. Real original. So it started with that line of, if I hear one more Tim McGraw song, I'm simply gonna snap. And then it just kind of went from that. Yeah. And I was like, let me describe the perfect girl too. So I was smoking Lucky Strikes like crazy, which I don't smoke cigarettes anymore, but that was like, I want a girl that smokes Lucky Strike. And she knows what to smoke. And I want her to drink White Russians because that's my favorite drink. And I wanted a straightforward like party pop punk song, like from the days of old. Hence the Dookie poster you got in the back there, the flag there. I kind of based it off of that. Yeah. And then Zach and Cody.
I love your guys' background.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Much respect everywhere.
Well, I'm actually in my basement, so it doesn't look so creepy. I put up some flags and stickers.
We're from Florida. What the heck is a basement?
You mean the thing above where you park your car?
That's your underground garage, boy.
Well, since we were talking about that song, I want to play "Give Me a Girl" by Television Supervision.
My life's a mess. Putting bricks up to a wall, destined to fall. And if I hear one more Tim McGraw song about his daughter, I'm simply gonna snap. I'm feeling I'm wasting my breath. Give me a girl, drowning in the bounce kids, deepest lucky strikes. Give me a girl, she gets lit on the weekends, don't vape with her guy friends. Give me a girl, it's not in my best interest to be envious, but I'm about take anything.
All right, welcome back to the show, guys. Brett, we kind of touched on this right before the song, but when you were talking about your album, you were quoted as saying this: "We do not want to be identified as sounding like another band or being restricted by one specific music genre." And when I was listening to your album, that was very apparent because the songs had, some of them were like 80s vibes, some had like this 90s grunge vibe, and some were just straight up punk. I kind of thought that was awesome because the album was all over the place, but in a refreshing way. You know, many albums kind of sound like 40 minutes of one continuous song,
I
and
hate
yours
that.
had like almost like a journey effect to it.
Oh, that's the word. I
You
love
are spot on.
it. Love that word.
Don't stop believing, brother.
There you go. So my question that I was thinking about when I listened to your album is, so when you have so many songs that take on these different styles, how do you decide a song order for the album?
Takes a long time. It takes a lot of bouncing off.
Lots of just listening.
That's the fun part, though.
Lots of beer.
Lots of beer.
You get really like, would it be intro or introspective? You just get very, meticulous with it,
Yeah.
and I think that's a lost art among a lot of bands. They just kind of throw it all on there as they complete songs. And I look at it as like a lot of my favorite albums are conceptual albums, and like a lot of popular albums that I like are conceptual albums. And
Well, yours kind of had like a flow to it, that where
Yes,
the next
exactly.
song kind of led to the other.
like a movie, like in the same sense of a movie,
Yeah.
like, and that's kind of what we took after.
And we knew like every song was different, so it was kind of difficult to figure out which ones go with each other. But the way I envisioned it was that the album itself is a song. You got to go like, intro, verse, chorus, blah, 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 and have some kind of a structure.
Yeah.
So
It's fair.
And not having like the filler songs too. Just
Mm.
a lot of people, they'll focus on like a single or two from the thing, and then there's just a whole other album,
Yeah.
like 8 or 10 songs that are just like there.
So true.
Just like having songs that no matter what's in the set, you're just like, oh, cool. You
Like-
know what I mean?
our album was
Skip.
all filler, no filler.
Yeah, like a lot of my favorite songs on that album are the ones that really hammer home the journey, the conceptual thing. Like especially, I struggled a lot with making what the last song was gonna be, just because I felt like it should be "Fool Me Once," and I just wanted to make sure that everything led up to like the crescendo and all that. And I think that we did that. Everybody that's gotten it, it made me feel pretty confident, and we were able to like communicate that.
No, I think it was great, and I think that came across,
That's
very
awesome.
clear, like what your intentions were with that album. It was very nice.
100%. I love that. That anytime we
makes me
get
feel good.
anytime we get compliments, man, like that's like the number one for me, because that's what we cared about the most, in my opinion. Yeah.
The next song I wanted to play from you guys is the one that I felt gave me the 80s vibe. What can you tell us about One More Sunset?
These are all me, man.
I got a little something for it.
Oh, let's start with Zach on this one, because I don't want to give you my pop punk spiel about failed relationships like every fucking pop punk song ever.
So I came up with this bass line because one of my favorite bands is Explosions in the Sky, and their bass player, he's got some really intricate, like
That's good.
beautiful bass lines, and I wanted to just mess around with that kind of idea, see if we could make it happen, and then I came up with the verse for it, and it was just like, whoa, we need to do this like right now,
Yeah.
hammer it out.
Yeah.
And so
That's
we
what
just
happened
kinda-
too. Like I showed up to a practice like before recording because I kind of joined late into the writing process, and they're like, "Hey, we got another one, bro." And I'm
It's
like,
so good.
"All right, dude, let's do it."
Yeah, we threw it together
And then
quick.
we just did it, man.
Yeah.
Okay, can I give you like a 30-second spiel on it? So you
Yeah,
know?
man, go ahead.
Okay, so I was in a long distance relationship, like hella long distance, and it was a very good, healthy thing, but we both knew it was gonna end. And that song I wrote it the day we were saying bye to each other, knowing it was gonna end. We went and watched a sunset, and I was like, well, let me just be super emo real quick and just run with this. And it was based off all of that. It's a song of resilience. And yeah, you're having trouble with your fruit there. But I'm a huge 80s guy, and I was like, of all the genres we covered that we want to, showcase that we love, we don't have an 80s bit in there, really, except for the end of Daydreams. But I was like, let's do an 80s song. Let's just hammer some synth out. And that song, that ended up being like one of, I think, all of our favorites.
Yeah, it's one of my
right
favorites.
on.
And it wasn't supposed to be on the album. We were
Seriously?
like, yeah, we were just going to make it for me and the girl I was dating. And then we talked about it, we're like, it's too good.
It
We
was
gotta throw
too
it on
good.
there. Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting.
Not to be like cocky about, but we really liked the song and we wanted other people to hear it.
It was too good in the sense that I wanted other people to hear it, and I was like,
Yeah, I
can't
gotcha.
keep that between you two.
You had to throw it in there.
Yeah. And we found a way. You want to talk about screwing with the track listing again? It's like, yeah, let's throw another song. Oh, yeah. 14 songs. There's a bunch of different track lists we came up with.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that was a good one.
All right. So here it is, guys. So here is One More Sunset.
If I could just watch this one more sunset. If I could make a minute feel like it should. If I could just be it forever and let your stare burn into my spirit. May you burn your stare into me and bring me with your heart tonight. You're not just anything, What's another night if it means coffee and a cigarette break? What's another night if it means seeing your face and falling for you all over again tonight? Airwaves is medicine, an elixir taking me home. This rebel heart, it pounds for you, it pounds for you. This rebel heart is resilient for you, resilient for you. This rebel heart, it longs for you, it longs for you. This rebel heart deep belongs to you
All right, and welcome back to the show. Zach, I have to ask you because I see your shirt. Is that a Stamkos shirt?
you know it, baby. Yeah,
Yeah.
Real
my
original.
boy. That's my dog right there.
More of a Marty St. Louis, Vinny LeCavier.
Yeah.
NBA sports.
Yeah, my favorite team are the Devils, but the first game I went to was down at the Ice Palace, and it was the Devils in Tampa.
Nice.
We like the OG fans, I still think the Ice Palace is the best thing to call it. That's the coolest hockey arena name.
Yeah,
ever.
I don't care. I'm still calling it the Ice Palace.
That's what I'm saying. That's so cool.
What is it, like the St. Pete Times or something stupid like
No,
that?
it changed after that. It is now.
Oh, is it?
Amalie Arena.
What is it now?
Amalie.
It's an
Amalie?
oil.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
sucks.
It's an oil company.
Oh.
Oh, that's dumb.
Oh, she'll take it.
Big oil, yeah.
Yeah.
I was looking through your Facebook page. Do you guys have a drink sponsor?
2.
Or what's the story with that?
I was sponsored by Natty Light.
Which was sick.
I drank too much of it.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
I drank the sponsorship away.
Yeah, they gave me a year's supply. 2 months later,
done in 3 months.
Huge net. We're also sponsored by, I don't know if you have them up there, but Celsius. They're like a healthy energy drink. They're making their way all around, but yeah.
I have not heard them until I saw your Facebook page.
Yeah, I don't think we have it here yet.
Oh, it's coming.
Yeah,
It's
We'll send it to you.
they're from Florida, Florida local.
Yeah.
Boca Raton.
Super good.
Gotcha.
Oh, cool.
hmm
I'll keep an eye out for
And
it.
it actually works. And there's no sugar, so there's no crash. Now it sounds like a pitch.
It definitely sounds so corporate.
But even before we got sponsored, by them, I was
it's like Wayne's World.
telling everyone about them.
So how did that come about? Like, did they come to you and say, "Hey, I like your music," and just kind of go?
No,
from there?
we love those drinks, and then I was like, we're always like, dude, we knew Taco Bell sponsored people like back in the day, you know, especially with Warped Tour. When the scene was like hella popular, Monster was another one. Like
Yeah,
that sort of stuff.
Monster did it a lot.
So we drink Celsius a lot, and we're like, maybe we can get sponsored by them. And then we do what we do. We send our our brand and pitch to them. Like
we shot our shot.
Yeah, we shot our shot. Yeah.
That's cool.
What
man.
was that? Yeah.
I'll have to take notes for you guys. My favorite brewery is like right down the road from my house, so I'll have to see if I can get them to sponsor me.
Get them to sponsor the show. Maybe you drink
There we go.
one
Real talk,
every show.
real talk, guy.
Yeah,
And
hold
then
on,
you
I
get
got
a little pitch. and
There we
then-
go. Ghost Talk
Yeah.
Brewery, Clifton, New Jersey.
That's fucking sick.
I
That's a
already
cool
want to
name.
drink one.
Yeah, I'm in.
I'm about to buy one online now.
Dude,
Bro.
Keystone Light, Dollar General, dude.
Honestly, what you got to do, man, just come to people with a genuine intent. Like what happened with us in AP, like we genuinely connected over something outside of music.
That's
And
awesome.
He liked us, like in the Celsius thing, like we love their drink. We literally drink Natty all the time. Every shoot of ours, like our videos, you'll see like 3 Easter eggs. You will see something Tampa Bay Ray related, but it'll be Devil Ray stuff. You'll see Natty Light, and then you'll see, it used to be Jules, but we get that. Yeah. There's little Easter eggs in all of our videos.
That's cool. I noticed the Tampa Bay Devil Rays jersey. That
Every
was pretty
time. Every time. Look on my amp. Look on my amp and the next time you watch
I'll
a
have to go back and watch. I didn't notice anything on your amp.
video. Yeah.
Yeah, Easter egg.
Slick. Very
There
slick.
you go.
Very
You know,
juicy.
also on your Facebook page, you had a really funny used car commercial. What's the story behind that?
Which one did you see? Was I in a
You were
turkey
dressed as
outfit?
like Uncle Sam or something like that.
Oh, you saw the Uncle Sam one. We
wow.
did a Thanksgiving one where I was a
Oh,
turkey
wow.
and he was a pilgrim.
That
Oh,
was
that's
way
hilarious.
funny.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, yeah. But yeah, he was Lady Liberty with the mustache.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Oh, funny story about the mustache too. Another tangent. I got that mustache like a month before Tiger King came out, and I had a blonde mohawk. So
You
when
did.
I had a hat on, it looked like a mullet. And I had
Oh.
jeans, and I would wear tiger print like shirts. And then Tiger King came out.
He stole your style.
I was like, I gotta shave my
got-
mustache. I gotta cut my hair now. Everyone's gonna think I'm trying to be this dude.
That's funny.
Oh, poser!
You're a big fat phony.
You're not Joe Exotic.
You stole your look.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, what's funny is that those car commercials play like locally, so we'll be out at restaurants and people like the people we're eating with are like, Brett, Zach, look behind you. I'm like, don't, no. Oh, God. Yeah, there we go. I'm like, we want people to know us for music, not for the used car lot.
That's hilarious.
But it
Well,
is
you-
funny. We actually had like a whole line of new ones to do,
Uh-huh.
and then COVID hit, and they had to like
Oh.
put it off. Yeah.
Well, speaking of what people know you in, I
Can you see
oh
Yeah, Zach literally
That's
dressed like
awesome.
that for no reason.
That's how I dress.
The neck thing. That's his exact neck thing.
I didn't have to buy any of that.
That's amazing.
Halloween was easy.
That is hilarious.
That's too funny.
I love how you had that on cue.
You
Yeah,
know,
right?
right?
This is my time.
Wow.
I wasn't copying him. I swear.
You are the original Florida Tiger King.
Yeah, look at
Yeah.
look at the timestamp on
That Carol Baskin is literally right down the street from us. You know that.
Oh, really?
For
Oh,
real?
yeah. Citrus
Oh, I didn't
Park,
know that.
Yeah,
No
she's literally
way.
right down the street. Oh yeah.
Citrus
Oh, that's
Park.
funny.
It's
like 10 minutes from my house.
Her facility is like a 5-minute drive from my tattoo shop.
Yeah.
Have you gone there?
Wow.
You visit? Have you
I
visited?
went to it as a kid. I went to it when I was young.
My mom's
Wow.
school used to go to their snowballs that they would have for the animals. She knew them.
That's crazy, man.
Crazy.
He's a murderer. Oh, yeah.
I think so too.
Me too. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. When I heard that she was walking down, what was it, Nebraska Avenue? It's like notorious for prostitution. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Oh yeah. And the guy picked her up. Here, you can hold my gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 a.m, yeah. We're Floridians. We're real nice. I'll take you to the Knots Inn down the street. Okay. Sorry, we're talking about something that is like a year old.
No, it's all good. That picture made it all worth it.
Yeah, I love that you had that ready to go. I love it.
Holding up the natty lights.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask one more thing, because since we were talking about what people have noticed you in, you were Brett. You were an extra in a movie. Do you get
here
called
we
out on
go.
that?
Spring break forever.
Spring break away, baby.
You can't get away from it.
Go on.
So what's the story about? How'd that come about?
I got a buddy of mine who is legit trying to be an actor and wasn't like a 14-year-old girl wanting to go to LA. He literally went for it, and he got into a bunch of movies, and one of them was Spring Breakers, and he was like, "Hey, I got another in if you wanna do it." And I was like, you know what? I've never considered doing that before, but let's try it. Just knock it off the bucket list. And I heard Vanessa Hudgens was going to be in it, so I was going to see what was going to happen. It was wild. The director huddled us all around, and he was like, "This is what I've been missing. This is what when I was in film school, this is what I knew Spring Break was." And I'm like, this is not Spring Break. Like,
You are not from here.
there were so many things that happened in that movie where I was like, dude, like, that didn't make the cut, like, that I wish I could talk about. That my eyes were burned. Like, I'm talking like there were 5-year-old kids watching, because it was on St. Pete Beach. It was a public beach, and there were 5-year-olds watching what was happening. And you had to sign a waiver. It was insane.
Wow.
It was
That's
wild.
an awesome story.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Horrible movie. Terrible movie.
I watch it at least once a month.
Thankfully, I'm in it like a few times, but the first shot is within the first 20 seconds. So I can just be like, yeah, I'm in it. See, we don't have to watch it. Yeah.
I want to bring it back to your music.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So my favorite song on your album has a really cool old school punk vibe. Can you tell us about Bombshell?
Ooh.
I can
Yeah.
tell you about Bombshell.
We have fun, Bombshell. Man.
Bombshell.
That's cool. It's his favorite.
Yeah, I'm glad it's
Okay.
it's the Mohawk.
Okay.
We're Mohawk brothers.
Well, yeah, I was gonna ask too
That's our funniest
about
song.
your Liberty spikes that you had in your concert on YouTube.
Yeah. So that was my thing. That was my like iconic thing, and so I went permanent with it.
Oh, sweet.
Awesome. I love that.
Yeah. So now I gotta grow it back though. I miss it so much. Anyways, Bombshell.
Thanks, man.
I wrote Bombshell when I was going to school at Belmont in Nashville, and
I went to school in Nashville.
it was about this girl I met
I feel it.
once,
Yeah.
and then she ghosted me. Well, I said
I met once in the bushes. Posse's ignoring me. I'm writing a song.
That's why you had to cut your spikes off. They were poking up out of the bushes.
Yeah.
Very inconspicuous.
It was green at that time, so it was fun.
We spent the night together,
Like a big
and then
ficus.
I wrote those lyrics. I sent them to her, and then she was like, "All right, you're fucking gay."
You sent her a letter.
No, just those lyrics.
Oh, you sent her a love song.
Yup. I thought that was the way to go. And
I didn't know that.
no, never do that. It never ever works.
Yeah, it
You'll
didn't
just
work.
become a pop punk band. And
Well, there you go. The joke's on her because now you guys got a kick-ass song out of
Right?
it.
yeah.
That's in my opinion, that's our most fun song live.
Oh, nice.
I love doing that song live.
Yeah. Cody goes ham on
And
that song too.
The bridge was all Brett. He kind of like
I wanted underground punk. I wanted like something like that would just like
go crazy,
Yeah.
crazy.
King of the Hill song?
Yeah, King of the Hill.
Yeah. It is like King of the Hill.
King of the
wonder if
Hill
people
meets
should.
Dig Dale.
Yeah.
Dick Hill.
Dude,
All right. So I'll play that for everybody. So here's Bombshell by Television Supervision.
get ready to fight.
Baby, you're a bombshell, you blow me away. You're like a shockwave, shaking my brain. Baby, you make me so enola gay.
welcome back to the show, guys. So I wanted to ask you, what inspired each of you to choose your instrument of choice?
Mark Hoppus.
I hate being compared to Blink-182, but Mark Hoppus.
Also my biggest inspiration is my biggest rivalry.
We try to avoid the Blink-182 association.
Yeah,
and
honestly,
then-
yeah, my biggest influence on the drums has to be probably Mark Hoppus. Yeah, if I'm gonna go with one, Mark Hoppus, dude, just the way he just rips and shreds the drums, like, he's just the dude, man.
His bass makes the
Yeah,
drums.
it just makes me feel the drums in a spiritual way.
Oh, man.
Simple Creatures is like so good.
Cody, go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm more of in the I was in the hardcore like metal scene, so like I'm in the like black metal hardcore, like let's go, but like I listen to a lot of like Merle Haggard and Waylon Jennings and stuff too. And then I just kind of get shit out in the middle, and here I am. I'm like outlaw country with what is it, the face paint on. I'm not like a juggalo, but I'm like, I have like the black metal face paint on while I'm playing country songs. That's what punk rock
Corpse
is.
paint.
Like
Corpse paint.
Corpse paint. That's what it was.
Oh.
Yeah. Corpse paint country, baby.
That's correct.
Cool. I listen to everything, and I grew up. I think what it kind of came from was I grew up in my dad's car, and he would like drive fast everywhere, listening to 80s and 90s rock music, and I just associated the adrenaline and the feel good with those like high energy tunes, and I wanted to do that. I wanted to be able to create that.
Yeah, that Pinto was crazy, dude. When he would hit
It
the
was
gas
a
in that
fast-
Pinto, he would at least get up to 74 miles an hour.
That Prius, bro. You're racing in a Prius. I don't win often.
Prius Quad 4.
Yeah.
It's a all-wheel drive Prius, dude. It's good.
Yeah, Van Halen and Ozzy Osbourne when I was real young, and then it turned into Green Day and Nirvana, and not to even mention like the two main flags I'm seeing in Steve. But yeah, that's pretty much what I grew up on, and I never wanted to lose that. It like built my identity
Yeah,
That's
Green
cool.
Day and Nirvana, they were huge.
That's awesome.
among like a bunch of
I-
other bands, but obviously.
Fun little fact. I was born the day that Kurt Cobain died.
Oh wow.
Really?
Oh yeah, you were. I didn't remember
Was
that.
the very same day.
Wait, that was in April, right? Isn't that coming up?
Yeah.
April 5th, baby.
Oh, wow.
Second most
Happy
controversial
early birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Courtney Love did it. Okay.
Yeah.
She was the original Carol Baskins.
That's
Yeah.
that's debatable.
All right, I want to play one more song for you guys. The next one I wanted to play is Heart Thief. What can you tell us about that song?
All right.
Nice.
Well, so I wrote that song over the course of 6 years
Wow.
lyrically.
Take a seat, boys and girls.
So
45 seconds worth of dialogue in this song.
Yeah.
No, that's kind of amazing. So what was it about, that 6 years that you just like, you know what, I'm going to keep going back to that. That's pretty cool.
it was like just this little page of lyrics that I came up with after every like big breakup I had, and I never really.
Classic.
I mean, I always wanted to make it a song, but I had to get those words out of me after these breakups, and it just kind of happened. And then I was like, damn, it's kind of a good song.
Yeah.
And then I started writing the guitars for it, and
That was like your baby, dude.
that song is like my baby. Yeah,
Wow.
That evolved over that time. He showed it to me a long
He even wrote
time.
the drums
it
for
changed
it.
a lot.
Yeah. Mark Hoppus?
Yeah, dude, he took his Mark Hoppus version and wrote the drums, dude. It's crazy, bro.
That's pretty interesting that it evolved for so long. Do you have any like early day demos of what it used to sound like? And
Oh, yeah.
No, it sounds too bad. It was ass. I don't know.
It didn't have Cody on it, yeah.
I'm sure there's somewhere out on there on the internet.
He recorded on his Nokia, bro.
Yeah.
I really did. It was a flip phone.
Where you at? Yeah.
His dinosaur, his razor.
All right, well, we'll hear the final product. So here is Heart Thief.
The heart is a maze, no map navigates. Love's a broken compass, bearing astray. It feels like I am torn to shreds, like a tattered rag doll ripped into pieces. The heart is a maze, no map navigates. Love's a broken compass, bearing astray. Desire's a craving, satisfaction unattained. And lost is encompassing, compulsion a constraint. Feels like I am torn to shreds, like a tattered rag doll ripped into pieces. It feels like my heart is shattered porcelain, full of shards. I'm bleeding internally. Cold-hearted thief, you stole it from me. Cold-hearted thief, you stole it from me. Now it feels like I am torn to shreds, like a tattered rag doll ripped into pieces. It feels like my heart is shattered porcelain, full of shards. I'm bleeding internally. It feels like I'll never be whole again, but I'll keep my head up high until the end. And even if I have to pretend to win, you're gonna find out how it feels to lose. Heart thief, stole it from me. Heart thief, stole it from me. Heart thief, stole it from me. Heart thief, I hope you're happy
All right, welcome back to the show.
That's our emo song. That's like the emo song of the album.
So I'm playing more songs for you guys than normal because you guys have such a wide range, and I wanted the viewers
Love
to
that.
really understand and see the diversity in your music.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I want to play one more song, Daydreams. What can you tell us about that song?
Ooh, a lot.
We actually had to talk Brett into doing this song because
Yeah, I hate it.
Seriously?
hated it.
Yeah, I hate it.
Oh, you hated it. Wow.
So I wrote that song because after another breakup, I like couldn't get my mind off this.
We suck at relationships.
And
Not me.
I was just kind of
Yeah, not Cody. Yeah, Cody's pretty good.
I was just like daydreaming about this person and not getting any work done or any schoolwork done or anything.
Yeah,
and then at night I couldn't fall asleep because I would just be thinking about him. And then I'd be when I finally did fall asleep, I'd be dreaming about him.
And
And
you wake up with his pants shit. And
Yeah.
Bro, this is
This
great.
song-
we gotta get out of here.
They don't understand what that. You can't do that. That's an inside joke. That's an inside joke from one of our tours. Like, that's so stupid. You're such an idiot. So yeah. So basically, Daydreams. We have a majority vote. There's only 3 of us in the band, and we do a voting system.
Okay.
If it's 2 out of 3, no matter what, that's what goes. I hated this song so much. It was so boring. I like on the guitar, I was like, this is just lame. And we got it to a vote and they outvoted me, and I'm like, that's how we do it. So we got to do it. And Zach originally sung it, and we went into the studio to record it. Our producer, Spencer Bradham, down at Clear Track. That's where we do all of our recordings. He was like, Brett, we're going to have you sing it. And I was
octave higher. I couldn't sing it. I originally sung it low.
Yeah.
And
And
it just didn't have the punch.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So he had to sing it an octave up because I couldn't sing that high.
I sang it too on a version, but I had too much Hawaiian punch, so Brett was the middleman, dude.
I was the third option. I was the fallback.
That's a really cool story though, because
There-
how
yeah.
did you, or what was it that made you come around to liking the song, or do you still hate it?
Okay, so when he told me that, I was like, I can't tell Zach that, because if Zach came up to me on a song because I knew Zach invested like every ounce of himself into the song, I did
Gotcha.
not want to do it, and I knew how I sounded about hating the song so much. It was like, hey, bro, I'm singing it.
I hate that
That's
song
so
and I'm
bad.
gonna sing it.
So he actually came up to me. He's like, dude, if you need to sing this song in order for it to be as good as it could possibly be, then I have no problem if you sing one of the songs that I wrote. And that's why our band's so great, man. We really don't have egos with it. And
Nice.
especially with a lot of our new stuff, we're all singing like more and more, because even though I sing the majority, I don't want people thinking like I'm the face or something. It's not like that at all.
Gotcha.
But what made me came around to liking it was the bridge to outro, bro. Like, I think that's some of our best music that we've ever made, and especially live. Like, we have like a real rockish way we do it, and it just sets the tone immediately. I really legitimately think that's one of our best songs. I will say it is impossible for me to sing. It is so hard to sing. You can tell my voice is kind of deep. That song is as high as I could possibly go, and I have to like exert every ounce of energy to be able to do it respectively, not even like.
And then that bridge, that's another
Explosions in the
like
Sky.
tribute to Explosions in the Sky, because
Gotcha.
I love that band. They're so good.
That's like we do like a lot of little experimental things too sometimes, and that was one of the songs that really showcased it. I love the synth at the end coming from the experimental bridge like that. I really love that song.
That was one of the first songs that we really sort of put like a lot of keys on, and then
Yeah,
it was like,
we love synth.
whoa.
Yeah.
No, that's fantastic. So going from not liking it to working together to it being, one of your best work, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, you check yourself, man. Like, dude, you guys really think this song is good, and I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. And guess what? I was fucking wrong.
It
That
just
song's awesome.
goes to show, like, you never know what you're sitting on
Yeah.
until you hear
You
the
shit it
final
out.
product.
That's awesome. Well, that's a good way to introduce it. So here is Daydreams by Television Supervision.
Buckle up.
Every night I wake up and every day I dream. I cannot ever make out what any of it means. Every night I wake up and every
All right, welcome back to the show. Just a few more questions, guys. So you were able to do a little bit of touring in 2019 before your album came out, and I want to know, what was your favorite city that you played in?
Ooh, I like this question.
Charleston.
My
Inside joke.
my favorite was Buffalo.
Buffalo.
You guys made it up to New York? I didn't catch that one.
Buffalo.
Why? Buffalo.
They had great food. That's yours,
With
Buffalo?
wings.
My favorite was Buffalo.
Legit wings, Lauren.
They
Legit wings.
Really?
the wings were so good. That's why it's my favorite.
What would mine?
But Buffalo was cool. Like we played next to there's like a circus or something going on.
No way.
So the
And
fans
then-
just transferred back and forth. It was
One of-
crazy.
That's really cool.
I like circuses.
And then
I
one of our
don't remember a
one of
circus.
our OG fans, his name is Lincoln,
Oh yeah, hey
Yeah,
Lincoln,
dude,
OG
Lincoln.
fan.
Shout out to Lincoln.
and it was a great time.
We are honest to God. We have fans all over the place, and they're so fucking cool. Like how diehard they are. We got Lincoln up in Buffalo. We got a few in Germany. Lauren's, Lena. We got one in
Oh, wow.
France. Jess is great. A bunch in the UK, which we were trying to go over there this past year. We had that set up, but COVID obviously killed that.
Yeah.
My favorite that we've ever been to, we were treated really well in Virginia Beach, super
nice.
well.
Virginia Beach
Ver-
hooked it
Nor-
all.
Norfolk.
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 Yeah, Norfolk was a lot of fun.
Yeah, okay.
96X.
Yeah, we got
Yeah,
that
that's
was
me
really
too.
cool. Yeah,
Straight up
they
Norfolk.
put us on the radio up there. They're if you have your alternative radio station up there that's really good, they that's their version up there. And we went up there, they took us in. I'm not missing a beat. They took us in and they played us. They gave us a bunch of free merch. They put us a shout out for where we were playing. It was really
Nice.
cool. Yeah.
You guys-
Charleston, as far as a city, I really did like Charleston's vibe a lot, and we got a couple of pretty good hookups there to where we were going to play a bunch this past year, but obviously again we couldn't. But it's looking like it's all going to start taking shape again pretty soon.
Hopefully.
Nice.
Yeah.
You guys should come up to New York, New Jersey area.
Yeah, we have a couple fans in New Jersey and New York. that were-
Well,
There's- there's a band,
Yeah, us.
Star Ballroom.
Starland
Oh,
Bar.
yeah.
Yeah, Star. Yeah, we were
Starland.
talking to them. Yeah.
No
And then-
way.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, that would be awesome if you guys come up
That
here.
would be sick. Yeah. No. Well,
Well,
again,
you guys are definitely getting in for free.
Oh, there we go.
give them a nudge too. Be like, yeah, we got at least 2 people that'll come. So.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god. Dude.
No, that would be cool. So, what about you, Cody? So Zach, you said Buffalo. Brett, you said Charleston. What you got for us?
Dude, definitely probably Norfolk. I
Yeah.
forgot about that altogether. I'm trying to think of all the places we played together in Norfolk. Those people were those people were G's, dog.
Yeah.
They were fucking. We were just kicking it, dude. They're like, "Yo, bro," and we're like, "Yo, bro."
They were talking about us on the radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't have to do anything.
They didn't have to do what they did, and they did it. And
They-
the downtown was cool. We're like, oh man, this is a place that I could see spending more than 3 hours.
Yeah.
It was so cool. The
Get me out of here.
radio
Yeah.
station was next to this little like skate park that
Oh,
was
yeah, bro.
across
Yeah,
the river
yeah.
from
That's
a U.S. naval like base. So there's
Very,
like
very cool scene there.
like warships.
They have like
Nice.
a
We
big
were-
scene there.
I was like skating it, and then we were like in the radio station. It was so cool.
We were actually not even to keep referencing all the awesome things that were supposed to happen last year. We were actually supposed to go back up there because they have what's called the East Coast Music Conference in Norfolk at all these the venues they have, like major venues they have there. And
Carousel Kings.
yeah,
headlined.
Carousel Kings headlined the year before, and we were
Oh, right on.
headlining. We were pretty much doing what Carousel Kings did the year before that, and we look at Carousel Kings as like the next step up, like progressively for us. And
Nice.
that's just one of the many things that fell through, obviously. But that was all Norfolk. Norfolk has a really good scene. Really good scene. On the
That's
bucket
cool.
list, on the bucket list as far as USA is definitely Chicago. I love Chicago in general.
Yeah, that's my second favorite city. I love
Yeah,
Chicago.
There you go. Yeah, for a multitude of reasons, I'm sure. That's
Yeah.
it. But not to knock our own scene. Our scene in Tampa is decent, but the scene is really all centralized in Orlando. That scene is absolutely insane.
Orlando is
so many
much
great
fun.
bands.
No,
why-
it's interesting talking to you guys because, like I said, I left Florida in the year 2000, so that's
Yeah.
21 years ago.
Yeah.
But when I was growing up, punk wasn't really much of a scene there. It was more the hardcore and the metal.
Yeah.
So
It's still
it's
very
really cool to me to see punk
Towards
coming.
Tampa, towards Tampa, it still is like that. But
Lots
once,
of metal.
but when you get to centralized like Orlando here in Gainesville, you have Fest here, but you have like a bunch of good pop punk bands. That's why when AP did what they did for us, I was like, man, you guys, there are so many
great.
That's
great
cool.
bands. So it was really cool.
Nice.
Mhm.
So
Very
we talked
thankful.
about your touring. We talked about the AP. We talked about how your record was your first album was released January 17th, 2020. So what are some of your goals as a band now that you still want to achieve?
Well,
Touring.
Norfolk.
Honestly, touring is way up there, and COVID messed that all up because we released our album like a month before the shutdown,
Yeah.
and we went on to while we were on tour was when COVID was starting to hit Florida,
Gotcha.
which was crazy.
I would say the Europe side of things, I'm like chomping at the bit to get at,
Yes.
just because of how we have the guys. They have people tattooing our logo on them.
Dude, I saw that on your Facebook. That is crazy.
That's nuts.
It's killing us to not get over there. So that's like the number one thing. And then right up there with it is the new stuff. Like all of what people heard on Waldo is old in our books,
That's
just
like-
because it took so
yeah,
long for us to
Bombshell
write.
I wrote in 2012.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Heartbeat took 6 years. Like, we have all this new stuff that really takes over
Yeah.
the whole diversity
We-
thing we're doing, and it's so good.
Yeah.
Well,
we
in
got-
March, you guys said in March that you had 25 songs ready to go. How's that coming along with the new album?
Well-
We have like 150. at
Oh
this point.
Jesus.
We had-
And they're all like, which ones do we do? Do we do a country one? Do we do a beachy one? Like, it's cool, man.
Yeah.
We have like so many
we have like
options.
I think we did the math one time. We have about 20 albums worth of material,
And we're
Wow.
always writing.
but we're writing new songs every single day.
Yeah.
And that we think are like, oh man, this is the one. This is like the song. Like every day, we're writing.
Pretty much.
That's
Waldo
awesome.
Waldo was our rookie year, and we're ready to just start making the all-star team with the rest of these, man. We're so ready. That was a sports reference for all you punk people like sports. The very small percentage of you. But we're really excited about the new stuff. It's really killing us to not be able to release it. And COVID obviously delayed all that, but we're doing a lot behind the scenes right now that people are going to be really excited for.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you touched on something that I wanted to bring out because I saw on your Facebook page where you do see your fans getting tattoos and really,
So cool.
taking to heart your music and your lyrics. What does that mean for you when you see people really take it so personal?
When I
That's
sent that to you,
insane to
dude,
me.
I sent
Like-
that to you, bro. I'm like,
That's how I know I made it. Like people really like my music that
Yeah.
much.
something that you like sit and make on your own. Like that's the thing. Nobody handed us any of this. We all just sat and made it on our own. There are people around the world who not only took the time to listen to it, then loved it enough to talk to us about it. And you just have all these degrees, and now you get them putting our fucking Telly Boy on their arm, and like not in like hidden spots, like
No.
under a shirt,
That's
like
what you
forearm
see
tattoo. This
all
is
the
who I
time.
am. What is that? Yeah, like
Yeah, that's
it's
huge.
really dope, man.
Like
That's cool.
that to me is I made it.
Yeah. Doing artwork for us, making like videos just on their own, not asking anybody to do anything is really cool.
You even
And it-
had some fans do cover songs on
yeah.
on your page. That was cool.
Yeah.
Every time I see someone do a cover of our songs, it's like I don't even know how to describe it.
It's the genuine intent that you just fall for. Seriously, it's just what it all is. The genuity of just. I can't get enough of that. That's what personally keeps me going. And to boil it down, when it comes to shows and the shows go the way our shows usually go, that's what makes it worth it. Like that's what it's all about. It's all based off of that. Like that initial reaction of people just going nuts and being like, dude, this song fucking rocks. These guys are wild, hilarious, big foreheads. They're great.
Squads.
Before
All
I
right,
squash.
the last song I wanted to play from you guys, to me, was the most unique, so I saved it for last. I want to play "Till We Dream."
That's my favorite song.
What can you tell us about that song?
Okay.
Wow. Cool. Okay. Most of our this is a good one, because this is the essence of our band is Zach sitting on my couch saying, "Hey, I got 10 songs." And I'm like, "All right, what do you got?" And then I'll know within 5 seconds whether the song is amazing or not. And Till We Dream, Volcano, just not Daydreams.
Volcano.
A couple.
Till We Dream, Volcano, and War.
Yeah, he just starts playing it.
I played him like the first 10 seconds. He was like, "Wait, keep playing that. I got lyrics."
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I just start writing the lyrics right away. So he plays that song, and I literally called it the prom song. That's the first thing I did. I was like,
Oh, man.
and I came up with
Video
the
is
video.
awesome.
Well, that makes the video make sense now.
The video was made before the song, pretty much. Like in my
Really?
head, I
Wow.
would just anything I was doing, I was thinking about the video. I was listening
That's
to
cool.
the song and then the video, and then I would write the lyrics based on the video.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
That's what it's
Wow.
all about. Yeah.
That's it. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that before. That's really
Yeah.
cool.
Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. That's one of your favorites. That's really cool.
Yeah.
It's a very Weezer song is what people have been
It is.
attributing it to. And I don't know, I really like that song. It's very lyrically, like we don't get asked about that one a lot. So I'm kind of
Yeah.
struggling with what to say.
Well, to me, the reason why I picked that is because for me, it shows the depth of your skills as musicians.
Mm.
Because, like my personal favorites to jam out to are just the power chord punk rock. But that one is very musical. It's very, melodic, and
Yeah.
that shows a lot of skill. And that's why I picked that song.
Cody's face in that video.
Yeah. Perfect. So I think my biggest inspiration for that song was the scene in Back to the Future. That scene in Back to the Future.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I had that in my head while I was
Gotcha.
writing it.
You know, I was listening to explosions in the sky, and then there's this
And then
girl.
I started watching Back to the Future, and I was like,
Yeah.
I gotta write a song with both of them.
It is very the similarities to the first Back to the Future are very apparent. Yeah, it's very true. Yeah.
Very good.
Great movie, so good company. Yeah, that's really cool you did that. We had people cover that song too, and the covers were like beautiful covers too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's lyrically, I really like that song.
They
It's all
played them a
about
lot better
fate.
than we did. It was great.
Yeah.
They do.
It's kind of hard to do live at like the underground punk shows. So we've dabbled with like kicking up the tempo like by 10 beats a minute. And so it turns into like a jammy song. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would change the vibe totally.
Oh, it
Like,
totally changed. It doesn't work. It has
Yeah.
to be the way it is. Yeah.
All right, well, awesome. So here is "Till We Dream" by Television Supervision.
Find somebody to dance with.
She sets like the sun and gets me so down. She leaves me till dawn, lonely as the night is dark. Am I dreaming out loud? The night sinking in, let me breathe you in. My drug, my faithful fix, intoxicate me cardiacally as I fall for your dysfunction. Angel on your shoulder, mind you, you're getting older, so take this in. We'll step off that ledge. Angel on your shoulder, mind you, you're getting older, so take this and we'll dance till we dream again.
and welcome back, guys. So the last part of the show, I really just like to open it up to you guys and say, what would you like to say to your fans?
Thank you. Thank you is the biggest one. Thank
Yeah.
you for listening
Yeah.
and believing in us.
Thank you for doing this too, guys.
Oh
Like,
yeah, thanks for
not
coming
a-
on, man.
not enough people do this, seriously. And there's a ton of good bands out there that just don't get the recognition they deserve just because rock isn't
Yeah.
as prevalent as it should be right now. But there are a ton of good bands and they're coming. But yeah, thank you is the number one thing
Yeah,
for sure.
Shut up.
Now, we just want to be as humble as possible and
Yeah.
thank everyone for listening and believing in us. And
Yeah, being able to stay approachable too. Like people, like I was at like some weird ass place in Tampa one time. There were these people staring at me. I'm like, oh man,
What did
what did I do? Why do I know these people? And then I found out that they were fans of bands. I'm like, oh, that's cool, but like I'm just like we're all just regular dudes, dude. Like we're gonna show up at the same places you're at. We're gonna party with you. We're gonna have a good time. We'll have a conversation with you, talk to you, drink with you, whatever. And it's just like that's the name of the game, dude.
yeah,
It's-
exactly.
That's cool.
You come up to us at a show, we're friends for life.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all inclusive, man. We want
That's awesome.
we want it for every single person. in
Yeah,
the
this
scene.
like the feeling that you get from like seeing a tattoo from someone or seeing artwork done by someone or a dance done to one of your songs
Yeah.
from another country. You're
Yeah.
like, bro, like
Yeah.
I want this for everybody, dude.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Yeah. Such a confidence booster too, in all honesty.
It is.
Like
It's
to
awesome.
be a
It makes
little
me feel better
self-
about the size of my forehead. Yeah, for sure.
I think we all have big foreheads.
Well, that was a lot of fun, guys. I can't thank you enough for coming on. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. For
Thank you,
those at
guys.
home, thank you for watching. We'll be back next week with a new band. So, guys, enjoy your day. Thank you so much.
Thank
Have
you
a good
very
one, brother.
much.
You guys.
Thank you, Steven.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lauren.